The King of Hell is coming in One Piece Treasure Cruise, and finally Zoro gets his legend for this 9th anniversary. The artwork looks insane. It's probably the sickest artwork in the game. I absolutely love it. So let's immediately jump into his abilities, break him down to the fullest, see what he does and how good he is. And of course, all of the information here is legit since it is posted in the One Piece Treasure Cruise official Twitter account. I really can't get over how awesome this artwork looks. But let's go to his captain ability. He reduces Strength, Dex and Q characters' special charge time by 2 turns at the start of the quest, and reduces Slasher and Free Spirit characters' special charge time by a further 1, so a total 3 if you have both the color and the class, something introduced with Yamato and Luffy earlier this anniversary, an awesome thing to see in a captain ability definitely. He boosts Slasher and Free Spirit characters' attack by 5.25 times, HP by 1.5 times, good boosts, makes their TNT slots have matching slot effects, cool, and if a character's normal attack is effective against the enemy's type while using an RCV or TNT slot, changes that character's slot to Wano. Very interesting. There are requirements. You need color advantage and to attack with an RCV or TNT slot. This can be pretty tough to do, already a very good combination with the newest Sanji Legend, but this can be extremely helpful if we manage to achieve it, because essentially we can evade slot manipulation from preemptives, coming from the enemies of course, without locking our slots or something like that, or without even using a special to turn them to Wano. Let's continue though. Captain action. He has a captain action. Okay, G4V2 vibes. It is called Enma. Activates at the start of the quest when character is a captain, friend captain or helper captain. Okay, so he needs to be in the captain position, makes sense. Character can use Enma to change captain ability based on the number of Wano slots charged for the goals. For more details, check the menu during a quest. So we don't have the more details here? Come on. Okay, let me check the Discord real quick and edit it in if it's available there. Some info is available, very nice. Shout out to Blazing. 4 stages to the captain action. Seethed, which is the base captain effect. Enma, Enma released, and weakened. Enma goes will only increase with 5 Wano orbs per turn. Okay, so does that mean up to 5 Wano orbs? And do we need to acquire them or consume them? Yeah, I'm not certain about that. If HP would have hit 0 from Enma's HP reduction, the captain effect will be weakened. So we lose HP while using Enma. And since the ghost has to do with Wano slots, it might be tough to actually increase it, we'll see. Zoro's captain action when we are in the Enma state. Boosts attack of Slasher and Free Spirit by 5.5 times, HP by 1.5, TNT beneficial, makes all color orbs, so type slots, beneficial for himself, changes RCV slots to Wano, and if any character attacks with type advantage, changes their slot to Wano on the next turn, so they do not need to attack with an RCV or TNT slot. Definitely makes the fact that we need to fill the goals with Wano slots much easier. And he makes RCV slots Wano in this state as well. Cuts crew's HP by 15% of max HP at the start of the turn. Okay, so this is the basic captain action, which is available immediately when we enter the quest. Then we have Enma released, which is available after obtaining 10 or more Wano slots. Not easy to do, but if we are in the Enma state and we also attack with color advantage, it becomes more manageable and doable. This is the best effect he can have. Boosts attack of Slasher and Free Spirit characters by 5.75 times, HP by 1.5, makes TNT beneficial for Slasher and Free Spirit, makes all color orbs beneficial for himself, changes RCV slots into Wano. Okay, everything so far was in the Enma state as well. This character's normal attack will be super effective against all colors. Your attacks will ignore damage limit up to 2 times the damage limiter. Okay. If this character attacks with a TND or Wano slot, applies 1.5 times increased damage taken to all enemies that ignores immunity for 1 turn, and cuts Crew's HP by 60% of max HP at the start of the turn. Very interesting. This Zoro looks awesome so far. I am so happy for this unit. And we haven't even proceeded to the special. He can have color advantage over everyone. His boosting is very good. He can work with Wano slots. He has a captain action. He can ignore immunity and add or apply increased damage taken to the enemy. Yeah, this Zoro looks sick so far. Zoro captain action, weakened state. So this is when you reach 0 on your HP from the Enma reduction. Boosts attack of Slasher and Free Spirit characters by 2 and HP by 1.5 times. We need to pay attention to our use of his captain action, because you do not want that to happen in a boss stage. But I am guessing that his Enma released action, where you are going to lose the majority of HP, 60% of an HP cut, you mainly want to do that in the boss stage. So the weakened state might be easy to avoid, but at the same time things will become way more complicated when the preemptive of the boss has damage or HP cuts, and obviously affects your health bar. And I am not certain what exactly it means that if our HP hits 0 from Enma's HP reduction. So that's how we get into the weakened state, right? But if our HP hits 0, we don't lose. We just get the weakened Zoro, and then we have another chance. And if we lose, obviously, from the boss, then we lose. I am not 100% certain on how this all works. I guess we need a proper demonstration or his trial quest to test things out. Let's return to the Twitter to read the special ability. He deals 150 times character's attack in non-type damage to all enemies, ignoring all defensive effects and defense. But not now. They could have made it to ignore now. And boosts Slasher and Free Spirit character's attack by 3.25 times for 2 turns. That is awesome, and already I can tell an insane combination with Luffy Yamato. Now, if Captain is a Slasher or Free Spirit class, boosts damage dealt to damage taken increased enemies by 2.25 times for 2 turns. Okay, that is sick. As I said, a great combination with Luffy Yamato, but he can also apply increased damage taken himself when he's in the Enma released state of his captain action. And also, this is through immunity, which is sick. And yes, obviously, it is a lower multiplier than the Luffy Yamato one. And the combination with Luffy Yamato is still awesome. But I am very happy with the fact that he is not dependent on Luffy Yamato, or on you pairing him up with another character that can apply increased damage taken. He can do it himself to, of course, get his conditional attack boost active, which is, by the way, a very strong conditional attack boost, and also it is for 2 turns. Now, if character's slot is Wano when the special is launched, changes the attack multiplier of TND slots to 2.5 times when slots match. So just like versus Yamato, essentially he makes the power of TND matching slots into Wano. 2.5 times when favorable, 0.5 times when unfavorable, and 1 times otherwise for 1 turn. He changes Crew's slots to TND, not through block, very unfortunate, but at least still some slot manipulation, and he changes character's Wano slot to TND, ignoring an ability to change Wano slots. Wait, what? Why? I guess the TND slot and the Wano do have the same power? Oh, I think I get it. Because of his captain ability. So, in the Enma released state of his captain action, if he attacks with color advantage, he will get a Wano slot. And he has color advantage over everyone. So if he had a Wayno slot after using his special and he attacked, he could not retain the Wayno slot. But now that the Wayno slot will become TND, then when he attacks with inevitably color advantage because he has it over every color, then his TND slot, which is equal to power as a Wayno slot now because of his special for one turn, then it will become Wayno. Except if I'm missing something, and still if I am correct, since you are going to be in the Enmary list state, do you want to after that continue the quest? Wouldn't you want to just finish the quest after you enter Enmary list? I'm not certain, but good job to Bandai, that is for certain. This unit looks so interesting. I absolutely love it. Hopefully we don't learn extra info and it ruins it for me, but it looks awesome so far. So let's continue with his other abilities. In the second row we see his crewmate abilities. Sets characters slot to Wayno at the start of the quest. Okay, very nice. Makes character immune to paralysis. Okay, that's fine. I don't know where exactly that fits with everything else, but I'll take it. I guess he cannot be stopped from paralysis, whatever. His support effect, Usopp and Frankie are the supportable characters. Why Usopp? Isn't Brook one of the two rare recruits alongside Frankie? Anyway, at maximum level, he cuts cruise HP by 20%. Very nice. Just like Q rare recruit Pudding, now he can help you remove confusion if present. Not something we see very often, but it is nice to have options when the situation arises. He reduces supported characters' special charge time by 1 and changes their slot to Wayno at the start of the final battle. That's nice. Not the best thing because the Wayno slot does not go through block slots, but getting a Wayno slot is definitely good from a support, and on top of that he can provide special cooldown reduction, which might be very needed in specific situations. Decent support, nothing crazy. And for his super tandem ability, wait a minute, he has a super tandem, he's not a super class, and he's not a super type either? Why? Based on the image on the top left, he does not have the superclass or supertype icon. That's kind of disappointing. Because of his captain action. I don't get it. Why couldn't he have a supertype or a superclass? Would it be overwhelmingly good for him? I guess the supertype maybe. But he also has color advantage over everyone. That would not apply because it would be Q supertype, for example. He couldn't have been superclass free spirit because Sanji is superclass free spirit. But he could have been superclass slasher. I don't know. Let's see his super tandem. At the final battle, when any of the two following characters are on the crew: Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brook, Jinbei, Yamato, Oden, Hiyori, and Mihawk. And his effect: he applies an attack boost, tandem, of 2.5 times to Slasher and Free Spirit characters for one turn, and he increases crew's damage up effects by 0.25. Very strong super tandem, that is for certain, and he can be combined with many characters to actually work. All of the Straw Hats, Yamato, Oden, Hiyori, and Mihawk, definitely quite a lot of options here. But we don't know the level 1 super tandem once again, and these abilities are not easy to increase obviously in levels. You either need copies of Zoro or super tandem limit break level up tablets, which are one of the rarest items in the entire game. And I'm guessing his Rumble abilities, his Rumble abilities in the next slide. For all of you Rumble enthusiasts, you can read those. I am still kind of shocked he's not superclass or super type, I will be honest with you guys, because he's super Sugo Fest. I expected him to have one of those qualities. Maybe he would be way too broken? Of course that would depend on what the ability would be, the superclass or super type ability, but I guess something not too huge like one turn of special cooldown reduction or adjacent matching slots or something not too crazy would be fine. Because at the end of the day, outside of the slot manipulation stuff, he does not have any utility in his kit. But maybe they did not want to do it because he has the captain action, or maybe because we already have a slasher superclass Zoro, the V4 one, the Anniversary Limited Legend, And we also have a super type Zoro, but that one is Dex. So it doesn't really make sense why you wouldn't want to make him super type, other than the fact that he might be overpowered. Definitely share your opinion in the comments down below. It is shocking, also kind of disappointing, but at the same time, this is probably my only issue with the character. With everything we saw, he looks extremely interesting, very strong, just a powerhouse of damage boosting, and he also completes the trifecta of the big three from the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy has the final tap, Sanji has the Rush Sugo special, and Zoro has the super tandem. Let me know of your opinion on this new Zoro in the comments down below, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, I would really appreciate it. As always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.